everybody. Today I'm at my local grocery store known as Meyer. It is a chain in the Midwest, mainly in Michigan and Ohio, probably some other states within the Midwest. And the reason I'm here today is to check out their dedicated pet section. They do have a bird section that is available all year round. And that's very important because I live in a cold climate. So to be able to come somewhere where I can get bird accessories year round is very important to me. So I'm here to shop, not for groceries, but for my birds because once again, they have eaten everything that I've purchased. So I need to buy some new stuff. I do want to compare what they have versus where I normally go, which is Menards, which is probably about 2 miles away from here. So I'm inviting you to come along. Let's check out what they have. Maybe I found a new spot that will probably be either have something better than Menards has to offer or better in price or something like that. So let's see what I can find inside. I'm lucky that I actually got a pretty decent parking spot. So I parked purposely in the middle just so I can show you what the store looks like. It was recently remodeled, probably within the last couple of years. So they've really upgraded the look of the store. And that's when they expanded their bird section as well as other pets. I need to buy more than just bird stuff today. I need to also get some things for my other animals, my cats and my dog. So we're going to check everything out and see what they have. All right, like I said, I'm here to mainly purchase things for the birds, but I also need to get some other things for my other pets. And they do have a pretty good pet section. So I'm going to grab myself a cart and then we're going to head over to the pet section and see what things I can find. I like to spoil all my animals, especially my dog. If you guys know me, you know that my little Yorkie, my little 5-pound Yorkie, that's my little fur baby. So definitely here to get something for him as well as for my cat and then some bird seed. All right, we are approaching the pet section. As I told you, they have recently remodeled and they have added on several aisles dedicated to pets. Okay, so right away, I can see some of the things that they have to offer here on the end cap. Have things for the squirrels, wild bird food. They carry a very popular brand, Kaytee. They also have their own brand, their own generic brand made by Meyer. And they have different flavors. But I do not need any Suet right now. I'm stocked up pretty well on this. So let's see what else they have. Oh, they have things on sale. Buy one, get one, 30% off. So I will definitely be taking advantage of that. No worries. I like getting that. I like adding a little bit of extra. This nut and raisin, mass. Yeah, so here's the Meyer brand Songbird blend. It is currently priced at $19.99, but you buy one, get one 30% off. 20 pounds. I am actually ready to replenish the food in my wild Finch feeder. So I was going with just the thistle, but I kind of want to switch things up. So I'm definitely going to get a different variety here. Probably will get this wild Finch feed. See what else. And then they have this Songbird one. $9.99 regular. This is only a 5-pound bag. We already know that that's not going to last long enough in where I am. All right, so let's just do a quick price comparison. Let's see. This fruit and nut is the Meyer brand, and it is priced at $29.99, 30% off. So let's find the equivalent fruit and nut. This one's only 11 pounds, but the Kaytee brand is $23.99, whereas the Meyer is 20 pounds. So it's nearly half the price. Or, yeah, I would say you get twice as much quantity and seed as you would getting a brand. And just looking through the bag, the quality of it looks pretty good. Backyard birder, wild bird food, 20 pounds. Now we have a 40-pound bag, all season blend. I like that. And this is priced at $49.90. on 30% off. So I definitely need one this size. All right, gourmet blend. Hoppers, tube feeders, and platforms. So I definitely have a tube feeder, but I do not have a tube feeder for wild birds. I only have one for the finches. So we'll be getting that. I will be getting an all-season blend. Their Cardinal blend, $21.99. I think when I purchased this in a previous video shopping at Menards, it was $18.99 and 20-pound bag. So Menards was, it seems to be a little bit cheaper, but I'm just looking for something different that I don't see. And I'm seeing things that are named differently. Like this one is a Midwest blend. This one says gourmet blend, backyard birder blend, songbird blend. So, and just by looking at them, everything looks the same. You may have more or less of a particular ingredient. So I guess it really just depends on what kind of feeder you have, where it's located, probably how much do you want to deal with any excess ending up on the ground. That may be a concern, especially if you're like me in the beginning. You saw an empty feeder and you thought everything was gone, but it turns out everything was just on the ground and the birds would just eat off the ground. All right, let's continue on, see what else we have. All right, so we have just sunflowers, black oil sunflower, and their 40-pound bag looks like that is $24.99. Now, Menards has one that's 50 pounds, and I've purchased that. And like I said, in the wintertime, I usually switch over, but I do not know the price of that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this one's, what do they have over here? Same. Okay, here's another brand that looks generic, and it just says basic wild bird food. And this one is $11.99, 20 pounds. And it's probably a 40-pounder. I'd have to really reach inside to try and find what the actual, 40 pounds. That one is $18.99 and the buy one, get one. So how does that compare to the other one that I thought I was going to get? $18.99. Let's come back to this one, $29.99. So already, I'm telling you, I'm getting the one that's $18.99 because that's the food that I put in my feeders that are nowhere near my house, really. There's no cameras over there. It's just excess food that usually other creatures will eat besides my birds. So, and I've talked about this before. I get geese, I get ducks, I get deer, I get squirrels. I mean, it's inevitable. They're going to make their way over. So if I don't put something out to distract them, then they're going to get closer to my house and they're going to take all the good stuff. Let's see here. Shell peanuts. This one is a 4-pound bag and it's $11.99. I have started using this in my platform feeder. I want everything to start sliding off. And I really like this. It attracts a lot of blue jays. And funny enough, I do not get a lot of shells on the ground when I have this out. That's the first thing that they're going to eat. And they're going to pick it up and they're going to fly away with it and they're going to enjoy it somewhere in private. And that works for me because there's no mess on the ground that I then have to deal with. So that is very popular. And it really, I only put like a couple of handfuls out at a time. I kind of give it as a little treat. So I really don't go through it too quickly. And I have a pretty good amount still at home. So I don't need to purchase this, but I'm glad that they sell it. Right. And this one is just peanuts, also made by Kaytee. Peanuts not in the shell versus the ones that are still in the shell. And it's $25.99. Yeah. Okay, I believe, and they also have some storage containers. And their storage containers are $39.99. Okay, so that looks like it takes care of all of the seed. I'm going to see what else they have before I load up my cart. Okay, they have a lot of feeders, look like tube feeders. They have some bird houses. Oh no, I'm not sure what this one is. Let's look at this. It might be a flat feeder. So this is what it looks like. It's cute. Let's see, what does it actually do? Oh, a vertical feeder. Okay. Innovative design. Remove the fresh seed tray. Okay, so this is the tray where you would put the seed, and looks like you can move it to different heights, and the birds can get to it somehow. Let's see. Let's see what's on the inside. Tracks all the usual birds. Use some of the larger seed, not some of the smaller stuff. Yeah, it's cute. This one is really cute. I like the farmhouse aesthetic. And I kind of live in an urban country setting. That would fit where I live. This is really nice. I like that. Looks like you put the seed in here. Oh, this one's expensive. $54.99. But it is cute. Other feeders. Okay, it says try me. What does this do? Let's press the button and see what it does. Oh, it just opens up. So easy access. A little bit of a letdown. I thought it was going to something out of the ordinary, but it just opened up. Oh, this is cool. This one you can attach to a window. I like it. More flat feeders. Okay, so let me warn you about this type. Let's see if I can get it out without breaking anything. I'll try this one. All right. This one is a combination feeder. So in the middle is a flat feeder, and then on the sides you have two areas where you can put suet keys. And it hangs, and you can hang it from any kind of hook and place it wherever you like. So warnings about this one, because I've had this before, and I thought it was really practical. If you can see how this is bowed in already, and it's a little bit bent, this is going to break, okay? I had one of these, and the birds themselves broke this. It wasn't like I dropped it or I overfilled it or anything like that. They somehow managed to crack this, and they kept picking at it until eventually it just broke. And there went my very nice feeder. But I do like the fact that you have the dedicated suet cakes on the side, and they didn't manage to break that. So if you get something like this, definitely check it before you buy it. That's like pretty obvious. But I mean, this one could probably be bent back into place, but why was it bent out of place to begin with? And it's not even being heavily used yet. Wait till wild animals are trying to desperately get food out of it. It's gone. Okay, I like these. These look like they're made from recycled materials. Yeah, it says 95%. Yeah, 95% recycled materials. So it's definitely going to be weather resistant. It's not going to rot. Probably more durable. I'll hold up to the birds. Made $19.99. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of style out of these, but definitely good functionality. And they have suet feeders. Looks like they have flat feeders, as well as, again, these are considered hoppers. Okay. And let's see, does this lift off? Yeah. And again, hopper. So this isn't even glass. This is plastic. So probably not going to hold up. This is probably, and I'm just having a theory here, that this part is not probably recycled, but everything else is probably made out of recycled material. And let's see here. Platform feeder is $19.99, and the suet feeder is also $19.99. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, looks like they have some things to combat problems with squirrels. I do get squirrels that get to my feeders, but I wouldn't consider it a problem for me. It actually makes me laugh quite a bit to watch them. And they're not too destructive. So, and again, that's why I have the other food that I leave out, the wild food, to kind of discourage them from getting near my good stuff. So, but they do have, let's see, they have this kind that you can put on a pole and then have your feeder on top. And then the squirrel could only crawl so tall or so high up the pole. And then they'll be blocked by this. And then, oh, and in case you didn't know, they're referred to as squirrel baffles. You have this one. Let's see what the picture has on this. Okay, so this one, it looks like you can place either above if you're going to be using a hanger, or you can place it on a pole as well. So this one you can use in two different ways. Here's just some more storage containers. I actually have one of these as well. And this makes it easy. If you keep this filled, then you can just pour this into your feeders. So that makes it pretty easy. I look for anything that's going to make it easier for me to fill my feeders as quickly as possible. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, so they have some more tube feeders. Some already have the baffles built into them. Others are just clear tube feeders. Let's see. This is plastic. This one seems a bit more durable plastic. Made in the USA, $44.99. Different sizes. And they have different little perches that the birds can use. Let's see what this is. Again, squirrel-proof. So how is this one squirrel-proof? Oh, okay. It says right here, squirrel's weight collapses the curved perches. UV stabilizer. Okay. So it's basically using the weight of the squirrel against him. The little guy ain't getting no food from there. Okay. So this aisle is multiple varieties of suet, as well as suet feeders. So you can have your dual feeders. This one's pretty nice looking. Oh, this one's made out of cedar. Let's see what it smells like. I don't smell cedar. Usually cedar has a very strong fragrance to it, but it says it's made out of cedar and it is $19.99. All right, let's just choose the different suet. Berry blend, bird blend, peanuts, woodpeckers. Now, one thing I can tell you about the woodpeckers, yes, woodpeckers do like the suet, but so do all the other birds just about, is what I've noticed. If you were like me, when I first started buying the ones that said woodpecker, I thought it was just woodpeckers and nothing else, but that's not the case. They do have some of the larger quantities, so you can get a 10-pack or you can get an 8-pack. And these suet cakes you can use all year round, which really helps in the wintertime because the less I have to go out there in the cold and the snow, the better. They last a pretty long time. And you just, frankly, you don't have as many birds. Oh, this one's in apple dough, $1.79. Oh, sometimes I just want to treat my little birdies, get them something. This one is pecan, woodpecker, and almond, pumpkin. Oh my goodness, guys. Everybody's getting into the pumpkin. It's almost fall. Pumpkin treat here. And so that's $3.19 versus some of the other blends that are probably, just normal year-round availability, $1.79. Love that. Cherry and sunflower, habanero and mango. I swear we buy marinades and other kind of sauces with some of these same flavors. So I can say that as far as variety of individual suet cakes, you get a lot more to choose from here. The price is pretty comparable. So it's not like these, except for the one that's a limited time, which I'm going to tell you right now, I'm getting one of these. Yeah, this is the first thing I'm putting in my cart. I'll get other things too, but I'm definitely getting that one. Oh, this one, all right, 18 is $22.99 or 10-pack is $14.99. It depends on which one. So they could be either $14.99 or $13.99. Yeah, so it just depends on which one you're getting. Oh, I just saw this. Another squirrel-proof feeder. Sorry. I got distracted. All right, suet. I do like the ones that they look like seeds that are kind of glued together. These seem to last longer than these. So let me just flip one around and show you the difference between the two. Okay, so you can just see. So it would seem like this one would go faster, but I've used some of these from time to time, and they just last a bit longer. Oh, this one has worms and sunflowers. Oh, this one's expensive. $6.49 for one. We're just going to put that one back. High energy. Oh, okay. So these are suet plugs. I have seen these. I don't have one of these yet. Maybe I'll add on next year. Apparently, you get the suet in a ball, and they have a special feeder for balls. And then if you go with the balls, they have looks like two variety, peanut and a fruit nut, and it looks like they're $8.49. So that is not bad. And the suet itself for the large one, the Kaytee brand, $6.69. Now I can't say right now they're having a buy one get one, but not on this aisle, not on the suet stuff. So they also have some that are bell shaped, and they have special type of feeder for that, bell shaped feeders. $8.49 for the special feeder. And then depending on which kind of seed you get, $3.09, $4.19. I don't see the Meyer brand for that. So I have everything I need for this year, and the season is winding down, so I will not be getting any new type of feeders, but it's something that I can keep an eye out for next year. Let's see. Oh, and they have some Hummingbird. Oh, this one's unusual. Let's see here. I like how deep the little opening is. This one's made out of plastic. They have some pre-made. This one is a powder. And then this one has the liquid. I've mentioned this before. I don't use any pre-made mixes. You can make it yourself. It's just simple syrup. So the ingredients in this one, sucrose. When I make mine, it's just sugar and water. So again, let me just show what the ingredients are. Oreo feeders. Oh, you can get a window feeder for this as well. Nice. Flutterby. What? Okay, so I don't know much about butterflies, other than I would like to attract more. Let's see what this is. Glucose, fructose, calcium, salt. Oh, I'm probably butchering these names and some other stuff. So, even though I would love to get into butterflying, maybe next season, but I will research to see how I can make my own nectar to attract that. But this is pretty nice. And for being able to experiment, it's only $19.99. And like I said, when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I can say I still don't know what I'm doing, but I've been doing it for so many years now. I feel like I have a little bit of knowledge to share. That's primarily why I started my YouTube channel. So I just want to help other people, make it a little bit easier for them. Oh, a double. This is a double hummingbird feeder. It's pretty too. Let's see if I can get this in the frame. Yes, very, very pretty. This is just stuck on here. Yeah, there we go. What is this, by the way? Let's see. Nest building. Oh, you can buy some materials to help your little guys build their own nest. So nesting, $6.99. We'll put that back. Whoop, whoop. Bird feeder house cleaning. So I have purchased some bird cleaning solution. And I'm not sure, did I show this properly? Yes. I like that. Very pretty. So I'm going to be doing a separate video on me doing things that, they need to be done. They're not necessarily pleasant, but you need to be done. I'm going to keep your environment clean. So I will be doing another video on the before and afters and how difficult it might have been to actually clean. All right. Okay, so I've given you a full tour of what they have to offer here in Meyer. And I pretty much decided on what I'm actually going to purchase. So I am going to stack up, and that's going to be like a two-hand process. Well, I'm going to have to put the camera down and load up my cart. But I just wanted to check things out. I know if I've been repping for Menards quite hard, but this is another option for me. This is available year round. And like I said, I'm living in the winter because I feed my birds all year round. So it's very important for me to find places that are fully stocked all year round, not just for the season, so that I can keep supplying things and I don't have to buy things online. That's another thing. When I first started, I was buying my birdseed online, 20, 40-pound bags that I was having delivered. They couldn't even fit in the boxes. The boxes would be broken. They would just put the seed and the boxes on the porch. So I really didn't know about any of this stuff until I had to just like look for other resources and just broaden my horizons here. So, but let me know in the comments below, where do you like to shop and get your bird seeds? Do you have a particular type of seed that you like to use? I'd really like to know. If you like this style of video of me shopping and giving some tips along the way, especially during the price comparisons, I would really like to know that too. So until the next time, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Bonus footage. I got to take care of all my little ones. So I need to stock up on temptation treats for the cat. These are his favorite. And they're $2.69, not on sale, but I just like getting them and mixing them. So, and I also need to pick up dog food. Let's see, did I come down the dog aisle? Oh, yes, I did. My dog, I have a Yorkie who's a senior Yorkie now. I get him the IAMS small breed. So he is completely out of this one. That's for the dog, for the cat, for the birds. I'm good to go. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Hey, everybody. I'm at the local grocery store here in Midwest Michigan. It's known as Meyer.